Hi, this is Chris Cohn, and today I'm going to take you through a brief overview of FloorPlanOnline and our HomeDiary platform and how that can help you create content throughout the whole ownership lifecycle. So at the heart of it, we help you get more listings, leads, and repeat business, and we do this by providing content that today's buyer wants to see. A typical buyer is younger in age. They're used to seeing transparency online for everything they buy. And so they want big photos, floor plans, and virtual tours. And there's numerous studies, including one by NAR, that indicates that online buyers want to see this kind of content, including floor plans. And that's something we've specialized in over 10 years now. They also use the internet almost exclusively to search, and they use their most favorite device, the one that's in their hand, most of the time. So if you're using a tour platform that doesn't have these things in mind, FloorPlanOnline is the one for you. So what makes us unique? Well, there's 4 points I want to highlight here. And it starts off with creating content for the whole life cycle that features you in this process. Brand Keeper is our patent pending functionality that allows your brand to show on top sites like Zillow, where the other competitors only see an unbranded tour link. And I'll get a little more detail into that in a minute. We created an automated slideshow video that you can go in and edit, change music, change transitions, photo positions, add text, and that video can get pushed up not only to YouTube, but also to Zillow and Trulia as well through our special partnership with them. We're the only virtual tour company that also owns their own floor plan tool that includes both a 2D and a 3D space planner component. And this is a strategic decision we made years ago because part of our strategy is help some of this content live on post-sale. And having a floor plan tool that we own, we control, we can decide who can use it and where it goes is a key component of that decision. And it's helped us create HomeDiary so that every homeowner can have basically a 3D floor plan for their own home. And finally, the last bullet point is our HomeDiary Pro platform, which is our subscription service that allows you to create stories on the listing side and diaries for the purchase transaction and beyond. So you can actually invite your whole client base and they get a HomeDiary tool to manage their home sponsored by you. So our platform incorporates all kinds of listing content that might be created today. And in different markets, we can do different things, including HDR photography, floor plans, Matterport scans, aerial photography, and more. But it creates a tour or something we call the story that gets distributed throughout the web. And then whoever buys the home can actually claim that and get it dumped into their own private diary. And by the way, the seller can actually claim the home and get a copy of their own home dumped into HomeDiary as a keepsake. So this is a great selling point that you need to communicate when you go out and do a listing presentation, because if you message this, you're going to get the listing every time. Now I mentioned Brand Keeper. Basically, Brand Keeper is a way to leverage your free advertising on sites like Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com. Think about it. Every time you have a listing, that gives your listing a free ad spot on these sites. However, just uploading photos to the MLS does not give you yourself free advertising on these sites. The tour is the only piece of content that can travel across hundreds or even thousands of sites as a form of a media content attached to that listing. And what we do is on these popular websites, when somebody clicks the link, we recognize where they're coming from, and we automatically convert that unbranded tour pulled in from the MLS back to branded. Now this slide really highlights the importance of Brand Keeper because most of the traffic goes to the top 4 sites, as you can see here, and this represents over 300 million users a month. And even Zillow and Trulia represents about 64% of the top 10. So if your information is not on these sites, then you're not going to get seen. And so it's really important for your tour to be there, number one, and for you to use FloorPlanOnline because we can put your brand back where it belongs. This gives you an opportunity to not only get leads from buyers, but also sellers, because the first thing people do when they think about selling their home is they're going to go online, see what homes are available in their market, and that's going to lead people back to you if you have the right branding presence. So I mentioned the story before, and this is what it looks like, and you can go to this link and check it out. A couple things I want to point out. First of all, you can pick this as your default, and if you do, it's whatever link we provide you as the default link, that's just what people are going to see. But it does have this word story in it, and then as I get to the next slide, I'll show you why that's important. But the story is a single property web page. It's scrollable. You can click these links and jump to different content sections. You can click on the menu and pick from other sections as well. But it's a mobile responsive site, works great on a mobile phone. Everything works, including our clickable 2D floor plan. So you can click on a camera icon and see the photo for that section. And there's 4 different themes you can pick from to kind of highlight and showcase the content in different ways. Now we also provide what we call a tour. And you can see up here in the URL, the word tour is there. So even though you may have picked the story as your default, you can actually use this link with the tour in the URL in a separate context. So if you want to create a blog post about the new listing you just got and talk about it, right? Maybe interview the homeowner and put a quote in there, or showcase some of the upgrades that have been done. You can actually embed the whole tour in your blog post, and it would look something like this, and all these buttons are active. The whole thing works on your website. So it's a great way to create different content, showcase what you're doing, and show the sellers and the buyers how you differentiate their marketing. Now we have a couple of different ways you can buy our services. We have a pay per tour pricing, or we do have a subscription plan, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Pay per tour, basically, there's a charge for the work effort involved. So if it's a photo tour and we're just doing photography, that's typically a flat rate. In some markets, it does vary by square footage. As you get to a floor plan tour or a 360 walk tour with Matterport, it does go up accordingly based on the work effort involved. Our view is we don't charge you effectively a percentage of the listing price, because if you have 2 homes that are 2,500 square feet, you shouldn't be paying 2 different prices for that just because one's more expensive than the other, right? Our work effort is the same. Please check our website for pricing for your specific area, as it does vary. Typically, pricing starts at 2,000 or 1,000 square feet, depending on where you are at, and then goes up per increments of 1,000 square feet. Now we do have additional services in select markets, so we can do aerial photography and video. We can take all that content, put it into a custom video. We do provide a brochure service where we'll set up the brochure and ship it to your door. And of course we have different Photoshop enhancements such as green grass, blue sky, virtual twilight, as you see here in some of these examples, and even virtual staging, which is done upon request. So please contact our customer care department if you have some specific needs in those areas. And one thing to note on the aerial, all of our work is done by FAA licensed pilots, and they're insured to protect you and your clients. So I mentioned HomeDiary at the beginning, and this is what it is. It's basically a companion homeowner management platform that's tied in with our FloorPlanOnline tours. So every tour has a claim home section that the buyer and the seller can actually claim the content from the listing, and when they do, they get it dumped into a private home diary. And you can see the different tools we provide: timeline, inventory, ideas, and spaces, and it's designed to help people manage their home and document what's in it. The nice thing about our HomeDiary Pro subscription is you can invite all of your clients. So if you have 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 clients, invite them into HomeDiary. It doesn't cost you any more, and you're providing a valuable tool that actually positions you as the default Home Pro. So as you see here, Jill is my sponsor of my site. So every time I add an entry in timeline, the who, as in terms of the who did what, where, when, and for how much, in my timeline entry, creates an organic list of Home Pros. Well, Jill is always going to be the first Home Pro that's shown, and that's also in the mobile app, as you can see over here. Linda Cohn in my mobile app, who happens to be my mother as well, is my sponsor, and so I can flip through the list and always get back to Linda. Ultimately here, our goal is to help position you as a trusted home advisor. And with that, it's a way to keep top of mind with your clients. So why is this important? Well, according to NAR, over 50% of the time when a seller sells their home, they also buy another home locally. So that works out to about a 4.6% commission for your seller because of that double ending transaction effectively. So in a market where the average home price is $325,000 and you say you have 1,000 contacts, if you can get the listings from the 10 to 15% of people every year in your database that are going to move, that's effectively a $2 million gross commission income opportunity. Now in Seattle, where the average home price is $700,000 or more, you're looking at a $4 million opportunity. And the cost for you is less than 20 cents a home a year for that 1,000 contacts. If you have 5,000 contacts, then the cost becomes even less than that because we charge a flat rate for our subscription product. So thanks for listening. The next steps here are go to FloorPlanOnline.com, register. As part of the registration, you can select the subscription option. As a special thank you for listening to this video, you'll get a special price, 33% off, which is $199 for the annual or $19.99 for the monthly price. Just a couple other notes on our system. We have a pretty robust managed tour section where you can go in and edit your tour. You know, our floor plans are all real-time editable. So if you needed to change a word on the floor plan, you know, you just go click on the name, you change it, you hit update, and it's done in a minute or two. So no faxing back and forth or emailing. It's all real-time because, again, it's our own tool. You also get a demo tour when you sign up. So even if you don't have any listings, you can actually load this on, say, your iPad. When you go to the listing presentation, flip through the tour and show people how you're going to market their home, right? The buyers want to see this kind of content. You're going to create it for their home. And oh, by the way, when they buy it, they're going to get this put into their own home diary. So it's a great conversation piece at the listing appointment. It's a great conversation piece if you have open houses, and you know, just kind of mention that this home comes with a home diary. It'll get people talking about, well, what's that? And you can go into your spiel about, you know, how you market the home and how it comes with this pretty cool tool if you buy it. Right, so to get started with the order, you just hit create order. If you need help along the way, give us a call. We have US-based customer care. Phone number is there, our email, or our support on FloorPlanOnline.com is another avenue to contact us. Our goal, again, is to help you stay in front of your clients. Through our platform, we believe you can start fostering those relationships more and more by staying in front of your clients over the life cycle of ownership, and therefore you will become the center of their homeownership experience. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.